Here we're back with another episode of Concealed Carry Corner. And this week we want to present to you guys some firearm safety considerations and rules that apply to all firearms. When it comes to firearms, there's no doubt that safety is of the utmost paramount in all handling and discharging of firearms accordingly. We have a very well-established industry. There are a number of different firearm users and types out there. There are a number of different range facilities to utilize. And in general, handling firearms and being in and around firearms requires discipline. Discipline coupled with education and knowledge of proper firearm handling procedures and safety is what we should all know and practice daily. Rule number 1, treat all firearms as if they are always loaded. Quite self-explanatory, but making sure that anytime we interact with a firearm, any type of firearm, be it a pistol, shotgun, rifle, air rifle, it is our objective to treat it as such, as if it's always loaded, prove it clear, and still treat it as if it's always loaded. Rule number 2, never let your muzzle cover anything you're not willing to shoot or destroy. The muzzle being the forward point of the firearm, thereby identifying it from the forward portion of the barrel, should never cover anything that you're not willing to shoot or destroy, that being your person or property or even someone else who may be on the range next to you. Always be sure that your muzzle is at a 45-degree angle downward or is pointing directly downrange or in a safe area. Rule number 3. Keep your finger off the trigger and outside of the trigger guard until you are sure of your target. Enough cannot be said about this rule. Anytime we establish our grip with our firearm, we ensure that the finger is straight and outside of the trigger guard and completely off of the trigger. Rule number 4, know your target, what's in line with it, and beyond. This comes into the context of range safety practice as well as self-defense practice. Knowing your target and beyond will help protect you and ensure that there's no indiscriminate fire and no innocent bystanders that will be likely injured from any discharge of the firearm. Rule number 5, have the proper equipment. It makes no sense going onto a range or carrying a firearm if you don't have the proper equipment, such as holsters, magazine support pouches, belts, and even the appropriate PPE. Always wear ear and eye protection while at the range. While we do not carry eyes and ears with us in self-protection, it is utmost paramount that we utilize this while we train, as repeated gunfire can cause damaging effects to the ears and eyes as a result of projectiles and decibel sounds originating from the combustion of the round accordingly. Always be sure to wear eyes and ears. It is best practice. Do not be intoxicated with alcohol or any prescription medicine while handling firearms. This is for your liability, this is for public safety and general safety at all times. At any range you visit, that will be a requirement for you to ensure that you are not intoxicated or at no point in time have been under prescription medications. This can be dangerous to yourselves and others around you. Rule number 7. Always practice proper range etiquette. Always be aware of the procedures at any indoor or outdoor shooting range that you visit. Procedures may largely be the same, but may differ somewhat from facility to facility. Always pay respects to the range master and to the administrators of the range facility. Always adhere to their rules and always do your best to understand the rules and regulations of the facility. Rule number 8, always avoid unauthorized persons from accessing your firearm. This is very important for firearm safety, but also liability reasons. Ensuring that unauthorized persons in the form of persons who do not own firearm users licenses or FUECs for the particular firearm, or also falling into this place would be children and persons underage. Please be sure to know where your firearm is being stored, its condition, and always keep it in a safe place. Last but not least, know local law. Ensure that you read the Firearms Act, Chapter 1601 for your knowledge. Visit reputable institutes for firearms training and education. And always be sure that you are on the right side of the law. If in doubt, ask. If unsure, don't do it. And be sure to come by and visit AE Tactical to learn more about firearms, continuing education, and real-world tactics. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time.